Hey guys, let's make smoky jollof rice or party jollof without the use of firewood or charcoal. The first thing is to put our red sauce ingredients together, or pepper sauce, or whatever you want to call it. And by doing this, you want to make sure it is well cleaned and also towel dried, or leave it to drain out completely because you do not want excess water in the ingredients. So what you're going to do is to lay them on your baking pan, and what we have here is red bell pepper, Scotch bonnets, and then tomatoes. All these are cut into halves, and then we're going to add our onions. It doesn't matter the type of onions you're using, but over here I use red onions and then yellow onion. And then the next thing you want to do is to add in a whole garlic, and by doing this you want to cut the tip of the garlic and making sure the flat side is what you're laying on the pan. And then now you're going to add a little bit of your cooking oil and a little bit of salt. At this point, there is no ginger because you do not want to roast your ginger. And after you've applied the oil, transfer it to oven set on 400 Fahrenheit and roast it for about 30 minutes. And when you take it out of the oven, this is the look you're going to get, the charcoal look, and this is what is going to give the smoky taste. Now add your fresh ginger before you blend. First, you want to achieve your flavored oil by adding chicken or beef, depending on the flavor you're looking for. Over here, I want to achieve chicken flavored oil, so I'm going to deep fry some of my cooked chicken to achieve that flavor. You can also add onions to it. It depends on the flavor that you're looking for. Now add bay leaves, thyme, curry, and then stir together. And now go ahead and add in your onions. At this point, you want to cook it for like 2 to 3 minutes, and then we'll go ahead and add our tomato paste. Now we're going to cook it for about 5 to 7 minutes while consistently stirring it to avoid burns. And when it's gotten to this consistency, you now want to go ahead and add in your blended red paste. So add it to it and continue to cook. And this time we're going to cook it for like 10 minutes, and you're going to continuously stir it to avoid burns because you don't want your sauce to burn at this point. So now go ahead and add in your washed parboiled rice of your choice. Right here I am using old aged basmati rice. You can use any kind of rice that you want. Then add your stock. Over here I am using chicken stock. You can use beef stock or whatever stock that you want to use. Now add bouillon to it, and then also add a little bit of water if you think the water is not enough. You should really pay attention to the amount of liquid that you're using on your jollof rice, because you don't want to overwater it. That way it doesn't end up being soggy. So now cover it with aluminum foil and cook it on a high heat, and then now uncover it and stir it, because at this time you still do not want it to get burnt. Cover it again and let it cook for about 10 to 15 minutes on a medium heat. And at this point you can see the smoke coming out from the jollof rice, and you do not want to stir it down to the bottom of the pot because you don't want to bring out the burnt rice up. And at this point, guys, everywhere is all full of aroma. Now go ahead and add in your chopped onions and a little bit of butter, and then stir it together. Guys, if you notice, I did not add any more salt to this rice. The reason is because there is a lot of salt on your bouillon and there is a lot of salt from your stock. So depending on how much you like to eat salt, because I'm not a salt person, then you have to make sure the salt is the last thing you want to add when you think it is needed. So guys, this is how to achieve your smoky jollof rice or party jollof rice. It doesn't get easier than this. Well, try it and let me know what you think. And don't forget to like, comment, and share. Bon appetit, guys. See you again. Bye.